Hey y'all, I think it's time to formally introduce myself. My name is Christy Burke, and I am running for the U.S. House of Representatives in Tennessee District 1, one of the reddest districts in the entire nation. And even as I say that, I kind of know it's not true, because we're not really that red, we're just non-voting. People don't show up to vote. And they don't show up because they don't feel as though they have any power because the system has been fixed against them. But I know that we have power in numbers and we have power in our collective voice. And when people feel empowered, they move. The more people we can empower, the more people who will get to work, the more people that will join our movement and take back our district and our country for our own well-being, for the well-being of our neighbors, for our future. And we launched less than 48 hours ago, and we've already raised over $11,000. And I knew that that would happen because I know that people around here are sick. They're sick of our tax dollars being funneled away from programs that benefit us, that give us healthcare and food assistance and safety nets and security, and into foreign wars, genocide, a taxpayer-funded organization of domestic terrorists who get a couple months of training and then are given weapons to patrol our streets, our suburbs, scaring, terrorizing our neighbors, harming them, detaining them, and even shooting them. We don't want that, and we don't need that. What we need is a government run by the people, for our own benefit and our own well-being and our own future. We need well-funded education. We need access to healthcare for every single person. We need to know that our tax dollars are being invested in us, not in corporate interests, not in the military-industrial complex, so that defense contractors can profit off of cruelty, violence, and war. I think we can all agree that our government is not working, and it's not working for us. And if we keep letting them get away with it, they're going to take everything we have. And so we have to resist and we have to fight back. And that's what I've spent the last year doing in my community, is resisting and fighting back and finding ways to empower every single person so that they feel as though they can make a difference, so that they move and take action, because that's what's needed right now. I don't want to run a normal campaign. I want this to be grassroots and people-powered. I don't want to straddle a line or try to please a party or corporate interests, and I'm not taking any corporate dollars. I want this campaign to be run by the people and to show people that when you do that, you can succeed. There is power in our collective voice. We just have to use it. And so I'm here to remind people of that. I'm here to get people fired up, to give them the opportunity to recognize their own personal power and to join our resistance, join our movement. I'm running because I have to have integrity for what I believe. And I believe that we have to get all of these people out of office that are only trying to climb a political ladder, who are trying to make money, trying to serve themselves in these seats. We need to get them out, and we need to replace them with trusted members of our community who have integrity for their values. And those values should be life, liberty, the pursuit of happiness for every individual. We want a diverse, equitable society where every single person feels as though they have the opportunity to survive and to thrive and to be well. When was the last time the representative of District 1 asked you what you thought about bills that she was voting on? When was the last time she held a town hall and listened to your concerns, your fears, your hopes, where you want your tax dollars going? When was the last time you actually felt heard? And doesn't it make you so frustrated knowing that our representative is taking our tax dollars, living off our salary, healthcare with our tax dollars, and telling us to just deal with the scraps? I'm not doing that anymore. And so I'm gonna unseat her, and I'm going to make sure that District 1 has a representative that listens and cares and moves forward with integrity and with values that honor human well-being, human life, our happiness, and our future. I think most of us would agree that everyone should be able to access healthcare, that not being able to afford to see a doctor shouldn't stop you from getting the care that you need. We should be able to agree that every child deserves well-funded, equal access to good education. We should all agree that the federal government shouldn't be sending their own secret police into our suburbs, shooting our neighbors in the face and gassing children. that we shouldn't be living under a government that funnels all of our tax dollars into foreign wars and genocide and tells us to just deal with it, tells us to just eat $3 meals, a piece of chicken, a piece of broccoli, and one other thing. We have more than enough in the United States to take care of all people. The problem is that those at the top have decided that we don't deserve that, and that corporations and billionaires and foreign governments deserve our hard-earned money. And if we get sick, if we can't afford to eat, oh well, too bad, so sad. That's not gonna work anymore. And so I'm gonna work to fight against that. I'm resisting against that, and I hope that you will join me too. My job is to bring common sense and nuance back into these political discussions, not to argue and fight with my neighbor, but to remind my neighbor that even if we voted differently, we probably have very similar core values. And we might just disagree on how to go about honoring those values. But if we can come together and negotiate and work with one another, then we might actually be able to move forward with policies and with a vision that honors our shared values. MAGA won because they were loud and unapologetic about all these things that they wanted to do and accomplish that weren't very popular, but they just repeated it over and over again until it became normalized. We're all the frog in the boiling pot of water. But I've decided that we just need to take their tactics and do the same thing, because while they were loud and unapologetic about their cruelty, we're going to be loud and unapologetic about our compassion, our empathy, and our desire for well-being for all. That is what we need to be loud about, no matter how uncomfortable it makes people. And so I'm here to inspire you, to fire you up, and to remind you, you have power. And when we come together, we have collective power, and that there are so many more of us than there are them. So all we have to do is get together and fight for our future. And it won't be that difficult if we get the numbers that we need. We have an uphill battle. This is going to be a big challenge. And there are people that have told me it's not possible. You can't beat the MAGA Republican who won like 80-something% of the vote last time around. And to that I say bet. I like a good challenge. And my greatest superpower is being underestimated. Because when people underestimate me, it makes me want to go harder and prove to them that I can do whatever I set my mind to. And if I can do that, then I can inspire you to do that. And then we can all actually come together with our empowered voices, and we can create the future that we really want to see. We don't have to feel defeated and hopeless and apathetic. We can feel as though we have the capacity, the ability to decide our future. That's what this is all about. That's what America is all about. So I'm here to bring you hope. I'm here to remind you of your power and to make sure this district has someone listening to them, representing them, and fighting for them every single day. I'm asking you to please help support my campaign. You can just like my page and comment on my posts to boost me in the algorithm. And that way we spend less money on ads and more money getting out into the community and talking to people, putting on events that people want to come to encourage voter registration and voter drives and work on ways we can build the community up with this campaign. You can also donate, because we're trying to get to $100,000 in the first 30 days, and we're already over 10% of our goal. And I think that we can do it. And if we can make that goal, then we can make big things happen in District 1. They cannot ignore us. They won't be able to ignore us, because we will be everywhere all the time. And so I'm asking, if you have $2 or $5 or $10 and you can chip in, please do that, because every dollar counts. Visit my website, votechristyburke.com. It's still a little under construction, but we're working on getting it going. I'm going to spend the next month going around to all the counties, doing a listening tour and hearing what people's concerns and fears and hopes are, so that we can build a people's platform based on the concerns of the people in this district, not based on corporate interests or what I think you all need, because I don't know everything and I don't know what you need until you tell me. And so that's how I want to run this campaign. So I'm going to listen to you. I'm going to put that into a platform, and we're going to hit the ground running, and we're going to flip this district blue. I know that we will. I believe in it. And if you don't yet believe in it, then I'm going to work until you do.